"We're overworked," complained Duncan one morning as the engines were being fired up for their day's work. "It's always the same. We take a passenger train to one station and have to take a goods train for the next. I think the thing controller enjoys working our wheels to the axles," he finished as he let up a hiss of steam. Scarlowy had a rather different view of the situation. "It's all about the smooth running of a railway, Duncan. It's taking passengers and holiday makers from place to place that brings in profit. And if there is no profit, there is no trains. If there is no trains, there is no railway," he said sagely. Duncan said nothing. He just snorted and puffed away to collect his morning train. Duncan always took the 9 AM train from the top station at Crovansgate all the way down to Glenelg Station. This week, the weather was unusually hot, which did nothing to soothe Duncan's bad temper. Hurry up, grumbled Duncan as the passengers idly crossed from James's train and climbed into his coaches, but the people didn't pay attention to Duncan's rudeness. The guard blew his whistle and climbed into Beatrice, and Duncan clattered crossly out of the station. As they reached the valley, a slight breeze picked up, but it wasn't enough to defeat the hot weather beating down on Duncan's boiler. "I'm overworked and I won't have it. I'm overworked and I won't have it," protested Duncan as he climbed a small incline. His driver and fireman also felt the heat, but were more optimistic. "Never mind, Duncan. Once we get to Glenelg, Rheneas will take over our train and you can have a rest and a drink." That morning, Duncan's fire was carelessly lit, and so during the journey it became clinkered. But the driver and fireman were so distracted by the heat, they failed to notice it. They soon reached a small station. Rusty, who was assisting Mr. Hugh and some workmen with track repair, gave a friendly toot, but was worried when he heard Duncan wheezing from his cylinders. "He's headed for trouble," Rusty thought to himself. And he was right. Duncan's fireman looked at the water gauge and mopped the sweat from his brow. "We need more water," he said to the driver, but Duncan strongly disagreed. "We're almost there. If we stop for water now, I'll have to wait longer for the rest." The driver reluctantly agreed. "We should have enough to get to Glenelg." Then it happened. With a loud hiss of steam, Duncan came to a stop, jolting the coaches violently. "What's happened?" spluttered Duncan. His driver and fireman looked their engine over carefully. They discovered that it had caused by a low steam pressure and a clinkered fire, which had made Duncan's steam pipe inoperable. He wasn't going anywhere. Peter Sam was coming along the downline when Duncan's crew ran up waving violently. They told Peter Sam's driver about Duncan. "We'll get the train the rest of the way," said Peter Sam cheerfully. The passengers muttered to each other crossly about the delay, and Duncan sat in disgrace. "You'll go all out to get a rest, won't you, Duncan?" teased Peter Sam as he pulled up alongside. Duncan said nothing. It wasn't long before Rusty backed down to pull him away. Peter Sand took the train the rest of the way. That night, the thin controller came to see the engines. Today's incident caused a lot of delay and could have easily been avoided. Duncan will be out of service for some time. Fortunately, a few weeks ago, we acquired an engine from a narrow gauge railway in Wales to assist with the growing flow of traffic. This was to be kept under wraps until the engine's arrival, but due to the current circumstances, I have to inform you that this new acquisition will be arriving in the next week or so. And with that, the thin controller put his hands behind his back and walked away.